Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another very special Global Fan Cam episode. We are live and we are exclusive on the Redflex. I'm a little bit nervous to give this game the hype that we did last week, but it is a massive game. Manchester United versus Liverpool, FA Cup, Sunday at Old Trafford. Although we did post the match preview, the official Redflex match preview a couple of hours ago. If you haven't seen it, make sure you do. But we're doing this video because there's a few things that we would like to get off our chest collectively. Yes. But we'll do that as we go along. But just a reminder before we start this video, if you haven't done so already, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Redflex global community. If you want your opportunity to appear on the Redflex, you know what the score is. Send us a DM at the Redflex official for your chance to air your views about Manchester United. Let's get straight into this video. Obviously, on the back of Global Fun Cam a couple of episodes ago, got quite heated in terms of the Martial, Rashford, Greenwood debate. That's something that we will continue tonight, and I'm sure both of you are looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to start with you. Anthric. So Sunday, Manchester United versus Liverpool. How important is this game for Manchester United?
Oh, it's massive. It's massive. Some people are undermining. Some people are really undermining the game. We saw what happened to City today. They almost lost and they freaked themselves out and they had to send the whole army in the last 20 minutes. They somehow rescued the game though, because it's bloody high school people who they're playing against. So yeah. So yeah, we saw Arsenal getting knocked out, so they're out as well. If we could knock Liverpool out, it just maybe we could go a bit further. So it's absolutely massive for me. And whatever the stage, even if it's a friendly, it's Man United versus Liverpool. The name is damn enough. Like you don't need to go any further. The rivalry says it all. The banter, the blood, the sweat, the tears, they just say it all. You just need to think Man United versus Liverpool, and you're pumped. So yeah, it's very important. At least for me as a fan, it is. Yeah.
MC, how important is it that Man United beat Liverpool? You could say it's a bit of a monkey on Man United's back at the moment. Obviously, Carabao Cup semi-final, outplayed, I think it's fair to say, against Man City, 2-0. Our record against the big teams this season comes in a little bit of doubt. But yeah, we still sit at the top of the Premier League. If I was to play devil's advocate again, and I know I'm making a little bit of a habit of this, but in order for Man United to get the respect that we deserve in terms of the wider audience, is it crucial that we beat Liverpool on Sunday?
Absolutely. We have to beat Liverpool on Sunday. It's very crucial we beat Liverpool on Sunday because, one, it don't instill fear in any other opponents that we face. Any other opponents, and then it'll build up the confidence in the players that okay, we can actually handle the pressure and beat a strong team, and it's no big deal. Two, like in the other previous video when we were doing the Man City Man United preview semi-final Carabao, I think Antrix made a point like there's this mental block that we get to a semi-final and we can't really move forward. So I think it's high time like these players get it in their head and move past that and start believing that we can actually go beyond this. So if we start by beating Liverpool tomorrow, then maybe the confidence, that mentality, winning mentality like grows, and yeah, we knock out Liverpool. What other big team is left? Manchester City. Who else? I don't think there's any other team that we can actually sit and say, okay, if we face this team, we might get knocked out. It's only City. And you'd hope that they'll plan the draw in a way that the two meet in the final. But it's United, and whenever we are drawn against a team that will get knocked out, and City will get a League 2 team and they'll go to the final. But we get through this and we get more confidence. Probably get to the final. And even if, let's say, in terms of players and manager, City are better, but it's a final. Like anything can happen.
Absolutely.
Bruno Fernandes recently has come out and said for the first time in a long time, actually, following our 2-2 draw against Leicester City.
Leicester.
The dressing room was disappointed. And I think that's a good sign because the question that I want to ask is, for the first time, Manchester United go into this game against Liverpool as favourites for this game. Andrej, how important do you think people like Bruno Fernandes, Edison Cavani, David De Gea, Harry Maguire, Paul Pogba, how important will these players be in terms of shifting that mentality from underdogs to favourites and actually delivering with that pressure? Because it's slightly different to what we've been used to, especially in the last couple of years.
Absolutely. You know, you've mentioned this, I've mentioned this, that it's so different, you know, chasing the pack and then actually leading the pack. You know, leading the pack requires way more mental strength than chasing the pack requires. Chasing, you know, when you're chasing someone, the adrenaline is almost, you know, already in you. Like, come on, I gotta get that. But once you're leading, you tend to get, this is my day, this is my league, and I'll make it. I'm perfect. But that's not the case. So people like Edinson Cavani, who've been doing it year after year, you know, they've been doing this over years.
It reminded me of the Edinson Cavani celebration there. Have you been taking a little tips from him?
So he's been doing it in Italy. He has done it in France, and now he's doing it in Manchester United. He has a ratio of assisting / scoring per 71 minutes. That is absolutely astounding for a 33-year-old. And people like Bruno Fernandes, yes, be it in Portugal, but you know how his mentality is. He just took Ollie's head off when he substituted him in the 80th minute. So, yeah, he would send Mike Phelan next time. He'd be like, yeah, can you just do that work for me? You know, old man, you got no more days to live anyway. So they are absolutely very,
No, sorry, go on, man.
Okay, yeah. So they are absolutely important. And then Harry Maguire, as I've criticized him a lot because he has done some stupid individual errors. But his presence at the back, if he gets injured, I cannot imagine us finishing even in the top 4. Let me be absolutely blunt with you, because his presence there, yes, he does those mistakes. He's an 8 in a game, and then he suddenly does a schoolboy error that, you know, just pulls him down. Otherwise, he's dominant. You know, he wins the aerial duels. If he really wants it, he goes for it. So they are very, very important. And just to, you know, make a small point, you know, I have mates who are like City fans, Liverpool fans, and they were like, oh, we want Ollie to be in the job because we know that he's never going to get anything with you. Now, but the thing was, they're like, oh, look at his CV. He got relegated with Mulder. So what the heck is the hype for? You know, you beat this, and you're excited. But that's not the damn point. We had great CVs like Van Gaal's CV. We had Moyes' CV. We had Mourinho's CV.
Jose Mourinho.
What I wanted was I didn't care if it was Ollie or it was Ryan Giggs or it was Wayne Rooney or it was Cantona or it was Nistelrooy. I just wanted someone who knew Man United through and through, who knew what it was like to play for it, to be there, to be at the top, to win trophies, and to, you know, absolutely bundle out the whole league. I wanted someone who could do that because we have quality, right? And I always believe quality makes a way for itself. Even when nothing is going wrong, Pogba shoots a volley 30 yards down and we win the game. Even when nothing is going right, Bruno just pings a ball 60 yards and Rashford finishes it via deflection. So quality always finds a way. If you have that guy who, you know, pushes you, motivates you, who keeps reminding you every day what it feels, what it is actually like to be a United player, you're going to get there sooner or later. And I really think it's a matter of time that we are actually being successful back again. Just last point, I'm getting a bit reckless there, but yeah, last point. I just sort of remember it. You know, one of the lowest points of Ollie's career, he lost 4-0 to Everton, if you guys remember, in his first season, at the back end of his first season. He literally, I have never even seen Jose Mourinho say that. He said that I'm going to be successful at this club, and some players are now going to be part of that.
Yeah.
And I can see both of those things happening. Some players are gone, and we are actually, you know, back to where we belong. So he literally said bluntly that I am going to be successful. So mark his words. What can I say? Yeah.
No, absolutely agree with that. Just before we get to MZ, I know you've got a lot that you want to say. We've got some comments. Soom K, wow, no invite. I can only apologise. I was told that you may be a little bit busy today, so that is the only reason. But we can. I'll call you later and we can discuss it. AA, you're not global enough. Haha. Well, not global enough at the moment, but obviously the long-term vision for the global fan cam is for it to be the biggest and best Manchester United chat all over the world, not only on YouTube but everywhere.
Hey, Manchester United. There was a time when Manchester United won their first league title as well, right? They were not the best club in the world at that moment.
Yeah.
Let us win some titles. Let us win some titles together, and then we'll see.
Absolutely.
I hope you come on the show. Yeah.
MZ, okay. So I think it's very important that obviously Ole is the manager. I think what Andrik just said. He knows Manchester United. He scored very, very important goals that will be remembered over time, including not only the Champions League, but the 2 goals he scored against Liverpool in the FA Cup itself. You look at the back room at the moment, Michael Carrick, Darren Fletcher has now joined as well. Obviously, Mike Phelan's been there before. How important are these guys going to be in getting Man United over the line when it comes to actually winning trophies? And the FA Cup could be the catalyst for further success.
It's true. Okay, like Andrik said, I think one of the credit that we can actually give Ole is that he stuck to his words, and he said some of the players won't be there when he's successful, and he's doing it gradually. He's doing it. As much as we're blaming him for look, Ole is trying to be nice to us fans and to the board, because you've never had Ole go out. Exactly. You'll never hear Ole in a press conference complaining like Jose did, like, I did not get backed, I wanted this player and I did not get this player. He'll just go and say, if the right player is there and the money is available, we'll go for him. If not, we are good. The team is good. That's what he says. And then at the same time, Ole will come and he literally said, some of these players won't be here. Where are they? Look at the amount of deadwood that Ole has gotten rid of. Still, he's still getting rid of some. Look, I know we say Jones is injured. Like, for how long has he been injured?
Oh my God!
Only during the transfer window period that he's injured.
Exactly. I don't believe in this injury thing. And all I know is that he's being kicked out of the team without him. He just doesn't want to create that picture that he's actually kicking out these players.
I think Lingard's been dropped as well from the 22.
Exactly. Lingard is gone, and then Fosu Mensah is gone. Lukaku went. Alexis Sanchez
Romero and Rojo are also expected to leave as well.
Just to add, just to add something there, MZ, and absolutely, like there is this Romero, then there is this Rojo. That's the incompetence of the board. Phil Jones, that's the incompetence of the board, that they have given them so lucrative deals. Their wages are so high. You know, Phil Jones is something like 100. So no club is going to pay 100 for him. Like, absolutely not. If I were a club owner and my club says I want to buy Phil Jones, so I'm just, no one's going to pay that. So that's why, they tend to keep their contracts ticking till the end. Yeah, you can go on, man. Sorry.
Yeah, and then like there's this recruitment process. Like, okay, we get disappointed. I don't think there's any fan base that gets disappointed after transfer window than Manchester United fan base. Like, we always go on a rant whenever the transfer window closes. But then one thing we don't try to see, like, we don't try to see things on a positive side, because that time we are mad and all. But look at this. Look at the transfer window Chelsea had this season, last summer, right? How many players? 6 new players, if I'm not wrong. 6 new players, right?
I think they were loaded. We got a lot of criticism. We only got Cavani and Old Man.
Yeah. How many do we get? Cavani, Van de Beek. Who else? Amad Diallo. But then he came in January.
Could you guys just give me a second? I have some points which I need to remember, so I'm writing them down. I'll forget them otherwise.
No problem. I have my book with me here. I write down everything.
Yeah.
The only thing that I've got is some chocolates and some cookies, so it's all right.
Balances that out.
Balance.
So yeah, like, we made like 2 signings last summer. But then one thing people don't understand, you see, let's say you are a chef, like, you're cooking food for 2 people, right? And another chef cooks food for 10 people. Of course, the food that is being cooked for 2 people will taste better than the food that is being cooked for 10 people. Because it's easier cooking for 2 people than 10 people, right? It's exactly what's happening with Chelsea right now. Like, you don't expect 6 new players to come into a team that you've done well with last season. So the 6 players to come into that team, take out the players that actually were there in the last season. Of course, that will damage their confidence and morale, the players that are being knocked out, right? Then these new players are coming in. Like, it won't just click right away. There's 6 new players. And it's not like they were playing for the same team. They were playing for different teams. Like, of course, it will take time. But we are lucky enough because it's easy for us to fix 2 players into a team that he actually built very well last season to finish that. So he built a good team last season. Ole came in with the team this season, then brought in Cavani, and Van de Beek is still not in the team, but gradually we are hoping he will be. But Cavani has fit in very well, and probably tomorrow we might see Diallo coming in. We don't know, but it's easier that way than this. So we are lucky in a way, but just because we get mad sometimes, and go on.
Anthony squad.
Yeah.
I
See,
can understand
I
all these
respect.
points. I can see by your face that you're absolutely.
No, it's actually different than what I've been writing. It's actually different than what I've been writing. But MZ said positivity and Manchester United transfers in a single sentence, and I cannot see them bloody connected in like ages since the Glazers have come. See, now I'll tell you. See, man, Bruno Fernandes, Bruno damn Fernandes. We had to get him in the summer. That bloody Woodward. He didn't get us it in the summer. He didn't get us Bruno in the summer. Then in January, we lost to Burnley. Scott McTominay got injured. Fred had a niggle. Paul Pogba was injured. He was literally forced in buying Bruno Fernandes, and look how it turned out to be. And now we have the same situation. We have January window. They have seen what things can happen in January window. They're still bloody lying on their bed, and thinking we're on the top of the league. We don't need to do anything else. It's not about, and they make us believe that Edinson Cavani is a good move. Although I respect the hell of what Edinson Cavani is doing, I absolutely don't give a shit how good or how bad he's doing, because he was not our signing. 3 months ago, his agent bloody came out and said if he was going for money, he would go to Chelsea or United. And look where he ended up. He ended up at United. And he was literally available for 6 damn months. And we signed him on the last day of the window. And they are, making us believe that, he was a great buy. I don't give a damn. He was an expensive buy. Yes, he's doing good. I may, you guys may differ, but that is panic buy. And I have 2 more big points to make, but you guys can go forward and then I'll make them. Yeah.
Okay.
I look forward to them very much.
Like I was not like trying to take the Glazer side or anything.
Oh yeah, of course. No one can.
Nobody can. I was just trying to make it look like, okay, it happened. Like, it happened. We all want to sign good players. Like, every transfer, we all want good players to make our team better. But what I'm saying is, like, you see Ole now, he's respecting the fact, okay, this is the players that I got. I wanted these, but these are the ones that I got. How do I get the best out of them? That's what he's doing, and that's how lucky we are. Like, he got 2 players, and he appreciated. It's like, I got 2 players. That's enough. That's good. I'll go forward with them this season. And he kind of blends them into the team very well. Like, Cavani, he's come in and come out of the team, and every time he's played, like, we're all left like, okay, we need a striker like that. That's what I'm saying. But you see the crisis at Chelsea right now. Like, you don't just go and spend money in the transfer window, then you end up with things like that. That's what I was trying. So I was just trying to credit Ole there. And then another thing, like you said, Ole, and then now we have Fletcher in the team and Mike Phelan. One thing that we've lacked, like, over the years, ever since Sir Alex left, is that somebody that knows the team. Because I remember when who was the manager that left, that Giggs took over, or when Moyes went, when Giggs took over, we weren't doing bad. We weren't doing bad. We did well, actually, under Giggs. And why? Because he actually knew what it meant to be a manager of Manchester United. He knew what it meant to play for Man United, and he didn't change a thing. He just went out, told the team to play the way United play.
Exactly.
Something that David Moyes didn't do, right? I mean, how do you inherit a team that's from winning a Premier League title You come back. Sir Alex Ferguson just negotiated a deal for Thiago Alcantara for you. You come and say, no, I don't want Thiago. Give me Fellaini. Who the hell does that? Who the hell does that?
I think that's the main problem. Man United over the last few years, they've suffered an identity crisis because if you look at the big clubs in the world, regardless of the manager, the philosophy and the tactics always stay the same.
Look at Bayern.
Yeah.
How many managers have they changed?
Whenever they don't, look at Barcelona, they've tried to go away from what they're good at. It's not going to end up well.
Yeah, and then trouble now. Exactly the point. So with Ole, like that's what we're saying with Ole. He's getting the team to play the way United should play, right? Okay, sometimes we'll play teams, we'll sit back, we'll get bored of it. But he's only doing what he can do with the team he has. I mean, if you give him a team like City with all the players they have, I mean, he'll play the way he wants, right? But then he has to go and approach games with the best of what he has, right? That's what
How important is it to win a trophy, though? Based on everything that you're telling me,
very important.
We have to win a trophy.
Look at Mauricio Pochettino, right? We've all been saying what a good manager he is, very good manager. But one thing that is lacking in his CV is winning a trophy, and he just won one in 11 days.
Yeah, I think maybe a week after getting the job.
Yeah, 11 days. Just after 11 days, and he won a trophy with PSG. That just shows how what.
If I was appointed PSG manager, I would have got the same.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if we three are important, we'd win the treble. God damn it! So yeah, PSG.
Exactly why people when people were saying is Mauricio the right man for United, like he's not won trophies too, just like Ole and everything. But you see, sometimes a good manager needs a good team too. Like there are levels with this team. Like managing Tottenham is not managing Man United. The quality of players that United have is not the quality of player. Okay, you can argue that some of the players are better than the ones we have, but like when you look at the overall squad, of course we have better quality. And that mentality of a big club, like, okay, we're a big club and we've got a good manager right now. We want to go for trophies. There's that mentality changes. That is why he's going to PSG and won a trophy in 11 days. Like you're saying, even if I went there, I'll have won a trophy. That's exactly like, I think having those people in the coaching staff with the United DNA and know United well, I think it's the main reason that we are on top of the table right now.
Yeah,
I think that's the main reason.
Yeah,
because if we don't have those, I don't think we'll be where we are right now.
Absolutely.
Antrix, you want to add something?
Oh, absolutely. Because I want to turn this into a Glazers and Ed Woodward rant. I really wanted to. I read this line and it just stuck with me, so I just quickly wrote it down. We are at the summit, the top. Everything's going good. It's not because of the Glazers.
Of Liverpool.
It's not because of the Glazers. It's despite the Glazers. Understand the difference.
Exactly.
It's not because of them. It's despite them. If we would have got Edinson Cavani 3 weeks ago, he could have, quarantined for 2 weeks, and we could have had him at the start of the season. We could have won the Crystal Palace game. There are so many things. We could have done the Jadon Sancho thing. Look at the way we are literally crying for the right side to be there. We could have. It's not that we are on the top of the table because of them. We could have been like 13 points clear till now, right? If we would have had the backing of the board. So that's one point. Another thing, and it literally just destroyed me. I just thought about this this afternoon. It's like there are two teams in world football right now who are considered as the fallen giants: AC Milan and Manchester United. And both the teams are on the top of the table, looking at a title with even the slightest of their eyes in like 7-8 years for the first time. And look what AC Milan are doing. They know Zlatan is their top scorer, but he's not able to play more games. They literally bought Mario Mandzukic. Then they bought Fikayo Tomori. Then they bought a midfielder. That is 3 signings in January, because they know this could be their only chance of winning the Serie A after a long time. And look what our old man is doing. He's having bloody popcorns, or what do you have? Fish and chips, right? Yeah.
And he's hyping Diallo signing as if he's
not that I'm supporting the Glazers. I'm supporting the Glazers. But again, if I play devil's advocate, which I'm quite enjoying, actually, I'm not going to lie. They decided not to go for Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho is probably having the worst season of his professional career. Maybe
But
it got to
he's
do with the fact
improving.
that the deal didn't go through.
His
But
mind.
he's not doing well. The other players that we could have gone for and spent a lot of money, for example, some of the Chelsea players we were linked with that they ended up buying, it's not worked out well for them. So in a way, if Ed Woodward and the Glazers are in office somewhere in LA or wherever they are, they're probably pretty content with how their window's gone. It's been quite successful. It's quite justified in terms of what they've done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the difference. According to Ed Woodward, he's the best chief executive officer in the world.
He's the highest paid one.
So that's all he cares about. But with being the highest paid one, he thinks that he's the best. That's why he's highest paid. It's just that he's the disguised son of Glazers. That's why he's paid so much more. But the thing is, I wrote this down. The philosophy which I attested to the Glazers and Ed Woodward is, suppose Kasim gives me $30, 30 pounds, should I say? Yeah, 30 pounds, and he tells me, buy me two 15-pound Indian dishes, right? And I come home and I buy him a 35-pound Chinese dish, and I go, see, you told me to spend 30, I spent 35. So see, I'm such a good owner. That's what they do. We wanted Dayo Upamecano for 60 million. They were like, no, we'll give you Harry Maguire for 85 million. How's that? And then they go like, we have spent 250 million in the past 2 weeks. I don't give a damn. You're so bloody incompetent. I asked you for Indian, you gave me Chinese. I don't bloody care that you spent 20 million euros more. What I told you is what I need. You would literally slap me in the face and you'd say like, no, I wanted Indian. I wanted that samosa. I don't care if it's the chow mein or something.
There's nothing like a good samosa chart. A little bit of Imli sauce.
That goes a long way, and I won't want this Hakka noodle stuff. I just don't want it. That's the same way they do. We wanted Upamecano, they gave us Harry Maguire. Like, what should we do? And then they'd go that they'd spend 200 million. That's bollocks, man. That's bollocks. Let me just cancel out the point. Yeah, you can go on.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
When did Woodward come in as the executive?
It was to replace David Gill when Ferguson left.
Yeah.
Exactly. And why do I see a connection between Sir Alex Ferguson leaving and Ed Woodward coming in? I see a connection there. I don't know if you do, because we all know the legacy that Sir Alex built, right? And actually, Sir Alex respected David Gill, because actually, it's like he wasn't just what's the post, CEO, right? He wasn't just that, but he actually had football knowledge in a way, right? Like he actually listened to what the manager wanted. So it's like Sir Alex knew that this guy was going, and it's like he had knowledge that there's somebody else that is coming who has zero knowledge of football and is just a pure businessman. It's like he knew, and he knew if I work with this guy, my legacy will fall, because he won't listen to what I want. And we all know what type of a person that Sir Alex is. Like, it's either the way he wants, or he leaves, or you leave. And most of the time,
it's my way or the highway. That's what he believed.
That's Ferguson. And he knew, like, with a new CEO, if they collide, he's the one to go. So he thought, why ruin my reputation? Why ruin all this legacy that I built? They've got a statue of me outside the field. So why ruin all that? So here's okay, maybe it's time for me to step down now. But I'm sure if David Gill never left and we didn't appoint Ed Woodward, Sir Alex wouldn't have left. That's one thing.
It's interesting, but obviously David Gill left because he got a position within the FA. So whether or not Ferguson knew that before,
and also just to add a point there, he left because of family reasons. That's
just a reason most people
leave.
Like,
no. Actually. No, MZ, come on. His wife was actually ill. Like,
but to be honest, I'm trying to see a connection here. Like, I'm trying. Yeah, it's there. Nobody.
And by the way, I think if my memory serves me right, no, it doesn't. No,
I'm like saying, Antrix, like, you want to quit something that you've always done, and of course you can't just come out and say this and this and this and this. about certain people. Of course, we don't expect Sir Alex Ferguson to come out and say, okay, I saw this and this and this. So of course, if he
No,
says because of
no,
family
but
issues and all, everybody
yeah,
will respect
no,
that. Of course, everybody will.
but the thing is, I know like what I've read, what I've seen, what I've heard from what the man Sir Alex is. He would punch right, through Ed Woodward's face, and he wouldn't leave Manchester United because of him. I'm damn sure about
No,
that.
no,
So
look,
yeah,
with
maybe you're onto something there, but I
because
still
look,
think it
because
lacks a bit.
we all know the Glazers. Like, look, we all know the Glazers when it comes to money, right?
Yeah.
They'll always take the money over the team. That's them. And so, like with Ed Woodward,
Do
like
you
they
guys know
know they
that they own another team? They own
Yeah,
another team of another sport, and
in,
that's their favorite
basketball,
sport.
basketball, right?
In
Yeah,
America. I think it's an NFL team actually.
yeah,
Oh, not
exactly. It's an
NFL.
NFL team, I guess.
I
Is
don't
it?
really follow American sports, so I can't tell you the
Yeah,
exact league it is,
yeah. So
but they've got another team.
basically the thing is that whichever sport team they actually own, that's their favorite sport. That's their absolute favorite sport. Like they have proper knowledge in that, and that team is quite well since the Glazers have come in. So for them, Glazers are god.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
So
for us.
the point here is like Antrix, you said something about them despite the Glazers, like us being where we are despite the Glazers. So that shows how what a good job Ole has done, right? Despite the
Absolutely,
Glazers doing all that
absolutely,
they're doing, he still got the team where they are right now. So credit to Ole.
absolutely.
Okay, so we've established the fact that despite the ongoing backroom turmoil and the reason, we've traveled a lot of years. Let's try it. We're going to focus now on Manchester United versus Liverpool. So I'm going to take some time now just to focus on the opposition just a little bit. Obviously, before we finish the video, we'll get your views in terms of how we should set up and what kind of team that we should go with. But I want to spend some time focusing on Liverpool. And it's something that I mentioned in the last video, which I think I'm very intrigued to see what you guys think. So there was this image that was built around Jurgen Klopp that he's a very, a mythical, larger than life character who drinks a lot, dances a lot. He's a very fun person to be around. But in my opinion, when you're winning, you show the side that's most likable. But when you're losing, that's the true person that you are. And it's only natural. The facts are Jurgen Klopp is a sore loser. No matter what anyone says, Jurgen Klopp is a sore loser. And I am going to give you some facts to why I think the domination, we call it, of Liverpool is about to come to an end. And the reason for that, and I'm so happy about this because I know Liverpool are about to fall off and we're not going to see Liverpool for the next few years. And it's because Jurgen Klopp can only... He's shown with Dortmund, once he reaches the top of the mountain, he can't do it again and again and again. With Dortmund, he reached the top and he couldn't get the players to motivate and follow those same instructions, and he was gone. He was gone from Dortmund because he couldn't sustain that success. With Liverpool, yeah, I respect the way he plays. I respect the way he plays attacking football, but the cycle is now at the end. Jurgen Klopp, for me, I will not be surprised if he's gone by the next season and Liverpool are going to be struggling just like we have. And I'm going to love every second of it because we've suffered. Now it's our time. Do you guys agree with that?
Kasim, you're reckless, man. He is so bloody reckless. You cannot control this guy. He was the first one to jump onto the 21 and 21 train. He was the first one to jump off it, and now he's saying Klopp will go off. No, man, you're true reckless. You're too reckless.
They're based on facts, though. I'm only
You
going
know
on facts.
something? You know something, though, Antrish? I think Cass has a point because look at the way Klopp is acting right now. Look at how he's acting.
Oh, absolutely.
You remember how Jose Mourinho was acting in his last season at United?
Yeah.
He had a go at journalists. That's exactly what
complaining
Klopp
that he
is
didn't
doing.
get sent back. I'm
Exactly.
sure Klopp has done that.
Exactly. He
I'm just saying.
he started Jose started having a go at the board in his last season. Jose started having a go at the board in his last season. It's exactly what I think I read a comment like a few minutes back. Klopp saying that he actually told the board that he wants a centre back, but the board told him there's no money. I think
Oh,
there's
I
a
don't know
pattern.
about that.
There's a pattern. I mean, look at Klopp right now. Look at his face. Just when the camera goes to his face, just look at his face. He's not the same Klopp
Yeah.
that we're used to seeing. He's not, and that is exactly what was happening to Jose. Like
Yeah.
Jose's face turned in his last days for
Yeah.
United. He was all grumpy every
Yeah.
game. Even when we were winning, he was all grumpy. He never celebrated.
Yeah.
The pattern is there. Like the pattern is there. And then with history, with Klopp's history with Dortmund, like Cass said, it's there. So I wouldn't be surprised. But then if Liverpool don't sign a centre back this January, and we both know Virgil and Gomez are due for a long time. Like they
Yeah.
should be out for a very, very long time. The
A
struggle
couple
will
of months at
continue
least.
without another centre back that can actually command that back area and put Fabinho back to where he plays and play with Thiago. I think Liverpool will continue to struggle. And teams have improved this season, bro. Teams have improved massively. I'm literally watching Aston Villa right now and they're winning, I think, 2-0. Yeah. Teams have improved.
One thing I want to add, sorry, MZ, one thing I want to add, just to add a bit more, to make what I'm saying a little bit more watertight. So if you think about it, in modern football now, we're not in the era of the Wengers and the Fergusons where they can say that they've dismantled a winning team and made new teams. Think about when Ferguson won the first league. He then got rid of Robson. He got rid of, main players. He then dismantled the team to allow the class of 92 to come in. Then we went between 3 to 4 years, I believe, round the early 2000s where we did not win anything. What did he do? He brought Wayne Rooney. He brought Cristiano Ronaldo. He freshened the team and he was successful. With Klopp, he has no evidence in his managerial career that once he's won, he can make another team. So I'm not interested in Virgil van Dijk coming back. He can come back. His brother can come back. They can get another Virgil van Dijk. It's nothing to do with that. Players can only be motivated maximum for a specific cycle, and that cycle is come to an end. And I believe we're going to take Liverpool tomorrow to the back of the barn, and we're going to put them out of their misery, and we're going to put the final nail in their coffin for this season.
Oh my God!
I like how positive you. I like how positive you are. It kind of makes me more positive now.
No, he's not contagious to me. I'm not gonna fall.
For real, look, and Andrix, just try and look at it at this point. Like teams have improved, and look, Everton have a game in hand, if I'm not wrong, right? Everton have a game in hand. They didn't play a game
against Man City, though. Against Man City.
Exactly. Against Man City, exactly. So look, Liverpool are dropping points. And I think if you look at the Premier League form, I think Arsenal are coming up very well. It's Arsenal, of course. We know they'll bottle it.
Sorry, what did I hear then? Arsenal on the way up, you said?
They won how many games consecutively?
They are out of their relegation battle. That's what he's saying.
Exactly.
I've got something funny. I've got something funny for you here. You're gonna like this one. So I've got a comment from Ice Wallow Cum. Interesting name. You've got Nani on the show. Yes, we have. We have Lewis Nani on the Redflex. But with the voice of a serial killer. Wow. Wow, that is one of the most entertaining comments that I have seen.
From the name to the comment, everything is just.
Wow,
bro.
If you want to see Lewis Nani, the only place you want to see him is on the Redflex, on the Global Fancam. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Oh my goodness, Lewis Nani. Come on, MZ, do those backflips. Come on.
Come on, do some backflips.
I'm just 23 years old. I don't want to break my back now.
Right.
Anthony, what do you think? Klopp cycle coming to an end.
No. I'm not going to fall for you two guys. You wanted Tony Martial out and now you wanted Klopp out. No.
Look, I'm coming for Martial. I'm not done. I've got his stats here. I'm still coming for Martial.
You guys are on a mission. No, I'm not getting on the train. He's absolutely not coming to the end. Now, the point about Virgil van Dijk is their defense is absolutely perfect right now. They have experienced players over fast, dynamic players at the back. What I think hurt them more was the Diogo Jota injury. He was an absolute mammoth of a player when he was there. For me, the Diogo Jota injury absolutely changed everything for them. They had players coming back like Chamberlain, Shimikas, Minamino, and then Shaqiri, but they didn't affect it all. That Diogo Jota injury, because he was the one who was getting goals. Salah
That's
is
true.
sort of,
This
getting
is a
those
good point.
pens and all, and, tap-ins, not that Salah who used to run from half line and just score worldies. That's
You're
not
gonna
that
get
Salah
Klopp
anymore, but
on
I'm
here
not getting on
soon.
the train of Klopp out.
One thing I want to say. I know that Antrix, you think I've got a crazy hit list here, and I'm trying to get views and I'm trying to get subscribers to the Redflex.
I
That is
know.
absolutely not the case. That is absolutely not the case. And what I might say is going to sound stupid for some, but if you let it soak in and understand what I'm trying to say, this is also going to be a little bit controversial. So Salah, Mane, and Firmino, obviously they're lauded all over the world, the most fearsome front
I know
three
what's
in the
coming.
world.
I know what's
But
coming.
in my opinion, this is my opinion, the
Bruno
standards they were playing at, was above the actual level of quality they actually have. So now what's happened is that Liverpool are suffering because the levels that they reached is not the level of their ability. It doesn't equate to the level of their ability. This is the real quality of Firmino, Mane, and Salah. Because you look back in their career, they have never hit these heights. They have never reached the goals that they have done. When Salah joined Liverpool, not one person could tell me that he was going to do what he went and did in the last 3 seasons. Firmino, even now, he doesn't score more than 10 goals. Mane for Southampton. You trying to tell me that Mane, with his quality, yeah, he's a good player, but he's not a world-class player. And I like to use the term world-class, but they're not world-class players. They are not world-class players. And this is the level. This is their normal level. That's why they're suffering.
You're gonna get clipped.
Can I
You're
just
gonna
say-
get clipped.
Trent
You are
Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, they played 2-3 levels above what their actual quality is, and now Liverpool are suffering
come
because they
on.
can't reach it.
Let me just
Guys,
say something.
No. Let's
I
just shut up. This
I
guy's doing
I
it for the views.
yeah,
This
I
guy's doing
disagree
it for
with
the
you.
views.
No,
I know.
No, Cas,
You gotta understand what I'm saying. I'm not doing it for the
Cas,
views. I'm not.
Cas is okay. You've got a point, Cas. Like
See,
with Salah,
thank
like
you.
nobody, no, like nobody predicted. Like, wait, Antrish, wait, just listen. Like with Salah, like nobody predicted Salah will be that player that we saw last season and
Yeah.
that we saw in the last 2 years. Nobody could predict that because we saw him fail at Liverpool. Okay, he did have like an upward rise in his curve when he was at Roma, but
Yeah.
not the way it went up at Liverpool in the first 2 years, right? But with Mane, I have to disagree with you with Mane. Like with Mane, we all could see what a player Mane is at Southampton. We all could see that. I mean, with Mane, if you actually went to sleep, even when he was at Southampton, if you went to sleep, Mane punished you, even at Southampton. Like
Are you telling me Mane is a world-class winger? Is that what you're telling me? No,
he is a
I have to
world-class
disagree
player.
with that.
No,
Mane is a
wait a
world-class
second. This show is absolutely going reckless. This guy saying none of them are world class. This guy saying Mane is world class and Salah is not. Absolutely. What
No,
I fear
I'm
the
not.
worst now.
No, I'm not saying Salah is
If
not world class. Wait,
No,
wait,
no. If
wait,
if one
wait,
more if one more game
wait.
one more game Bruno Fernandes goes without a goal or assist, you will hear this man say
No,
he was just
no.
performing above his
Antrich, no,
levels.
you're getting
He
it wrong.
was just
Look,
performing.
Antrich, I'm not saying
No.
Salah is not world class. No, I'm not saying Salah is not world class. All I'm saying is, with Salah, nobody could tell he will be this player he is right now. Nobody could tell. Like
Yeah.
his career, the way it started, the way it was, nobody could tell. I'm talking about Mane. Like Mane at Southampton was a very good player. Like, and we all know, like you're playing for Southampton. What the difference between a world class player right now is the club you're playing with, the club you're playing for, and the manager, right, who's managing. And he moved a step further. Klopp brought him to Liverpool, right? And we all knew, okay, he's come to Liverpool now. And if you just go through the stats, I think that front three, I think Mane was the first player like that Klopp signed, right?
Yeah.
So with Mane,
Yeah.
For me.
in
Yeah, but like
that front
Firmino was
three,
already there. Yeah,
for
Firmino
me,
was
Firmino
already
was
there.
already there. Mane was
Yeah.
the first signing for Klopp
Yeah.
in that front three. So with Mane, right, we could see potential of a world class player there. and he came to a bigger club and actually became that player we all thought he can be. With Salah, nobody could tell then back then, right? So with the point about them three like actually overperforming the level that they are, no, I don't agree because because if you've got to, okay, as much as we hate Liverpool, you've got to agree here. Like Andrik said, the injuries at the back didn't affect them, but actually Jota's injury affected them. That is true. But one thing also you're not seeing is they had last season they had Fabinho playing in midfield. I don't know if you're getting it. So
Yeah.
that guy was like more of, I usually used to tell them Liverpool fans like it doesn't matter if Virgil is not there at the back, but if you lack Fabinho in that midfield, you are dead. I told Mo several times like without Fabinho in that midfield, you're dead, and that's what is happening right now. I know Thiago can play in that holding role. I know he
No,
can.
but he's not Fabinho. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's not
exactly.
Fabinho.
But
Yeah.
he's not Fabinho, and he will want to go forward too. That's what he does, and he's not that type of player that will actually go for that. Those decisive
Mm.
tackles or anything. He won't. I don't know if you're
He
getting.
would just
So
sit there. Yeah.
and Fabinho in defense is not what Van Dijk is in defense. That's the point.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
he he,
I
he
get.
fits in there,
Yeah, yeah.
but he's not that
I
player.
get what you're saying.
And that is why
Yeah.
that is why these guys are not performing. And then with Jota, like Andrik's point was spot on. Like they didn't make any signing. They just signed Jota and Thiago, if I'm not wrong. And then the left back, I don't know. It was not even played a league game, I don't
Chimicas.
think.
Costa
Yeah.
Chimicas.
But then with Jota, like you see that front three, if you come back all season, like if you come back with Mane, Firmino, Salah, Mane, okay, of course people will find you out, right? Of course, like people know how to stop you guys. With Jota, like he gave them something different. He came in like people, okay, it's Jota, it's not Mane. We're used to playing against Mane. It's Jota. Okay, it's not Salah, it's Jota. And we think one thing with that boy is that he's so confident when he gets the ball. He doesn't run back. He runs at you and he will go on and take shots and everything. That is what Liverpool didn't have. And that guy gave them something different. With his injury, like he has to go back to the same front three. He can't change a thing now. So it's the same front three. Very predictable.
Credit to Diogo Jota. He actually
Exactly.
forced Jurgen Klopp to
Exactly.
change his formation to
I mean,
4-2-4 because he wanted all four of them in one
Dude played,
team.
yeah, Dude played against City. He played all four of them in that game.
Yeah,
I mean, nobody
exactly.
expected
So
that.
credit
Nobody
to him.
expected that. So
Yeah.
Jota actually kind of played a huge role, and that's the thing with Klopp, right?
Oh, he's thinking something. Look at the smile on his
He's
face.
building something. Exactly, he's building something.
I've already got what I want to say. I've already got my response, but I'm gonna wait
Please,
until MZ's finished.
Liverpool, we cannot deny it. Liverpool are on the decline right now. I mean, bro, USA have had two
No.
presidents, and Liverpool have not scored a goal at
Oh.
Anfield.
Yeah, yeah.
They are on the decline. You can't deny that, Andrew. They are on the decline.
No. Please,
And
let's
In
use
the
the
theme
word
of the
slump.
show,
okay,
I titled it, it's an end of an era and a start of another one. And just in relation to what you have said, it's not the fact that Mane, Firmino, and Salah are world class. It's not that. Let's just forget about that. Absolutely not. What it was, Jurgen Klopp came in, and it's not
Yeah,
that I'm negative. I can say Jurgen Klopp is a world class manager. He's one of the best
yeah.
managers in the world. What's happened is Jurgen Klopp's come in. All the players have started to play for Jurgen Klopp, and because of whatever Jurgen Klopp does behind the scenes, he's sorted out in a way where Liverpool are playing in a way that is so good that it's above the levels that those players would normally do. If you get those same 11 players, give them another manager, they would not play like that. It is Klopp.
exactly.
And now that
That's true.
Klopp is on the decline in terms of how motivated he can get his players, you've also seen in line that the players are not being as good as they were. So it was never the players that were good. It was Klopp and the effect that he's had. And now he's coming to the end of his cycle. This is what we're going to see.
Yeah. Let's. I have a question for Cass as well as MZ. It's just a general question. Like, out of 10, what is the number that you'd give that we'd win the league? Like, if you had to mark it out of 10, like, what are the percentages that we'd win the league out of 10? Yeah, Cass, and you.
I'd say 40%.
40%. Okay. What about you, MC?
Yeah, according to the number of games that have been played and the numbers of games that are yet to be played, I'll give a 6 out of 10.
That is 60% that will win the
Yep.
league.
Yep.
So we are the favorites to win the league. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying favorites, but I believe that
That would
we
be
have
favorites,
60%.
right?
No, like I could tell you, City are the favorite. City, like there's a
So then we
80%
cannot
chance that
have a
City
6
can
out
win.
of 10. Like okay, let me rephrase the question. It's like 10. So whatever you're giving to United, the rest would be for the whole of the league, right?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. So when Cass said when Cass said 4, that
okay.
means
If
40%.
if that's how it is, then if that's how it is,
Yeah.
I give City 6. I'll take 4. That's fine.
Okay. If I come to myself, it's again, it will be controversial for me. City is 50. Liverpool is 35 and we are 15. That
One
is
thing I
You
will
know what?
promise you right
You
now,
know
Liverpool are not winning the Premier League. Let's just get that straight. They're not winning the Premier League.
one thing.
Let's get
um
that straight. They're not winning it.
I I
I'll be
I
surprised if they
cannot be
get top
sure.
four.
Antrix,
They are
I
in a
cannot be
battle
Antrix, like
for
sure.
the
you
top
need to
four.
see, and
They're in a
this
battle.
will.
They're in a dogfight, a basement fight where they're absolutely fighting for their lives to get top four.
You know, everything in the nature is telling me that this year is meant for us. But when I think because De Bruyne gets injured, Jamie Vardy has a hernia operation out of nowhere. So everything in nature is telling me that we have to win it, and I
I'll
want
share
us
with
to
you
win it.
guys. I'll share with you guys why I think Man United are going to win it. Even though I've said 40%, this is why I think.
Yeah, yeah.
2021, 21st century, and the door number to my house that I've just moved into is also 21. So you're telling me this is the reason why I say the things that I'm saying. It's not just for views or, for anything.
Yeah,
When I have a feeling in the gut, that feeling, that voice in the gut, there is something about this season. There is something about what I'm saying.
Coming
It's not
home.
just something is happening. Klopp is losing his mind. Something is going to happen, and Man United are going to lift the trophy. I can't say 100%. I can't guarantee it. You can't be
yeah, of
100%
course,
about anything.
of
But
course.
good things are going to happen.
Look, I personally like before I had this, like I was like 40% excited and 40% sure that we can win the league. But then I listened to Rooney's comments. Like he actually makes good points, bro. Like all over these years, like we've had a good team, like not bad. Like even Jose Mourinho took us to second, even though the point gap was big. But we lacked something, and I think we have it now. We lacked that winning mentality, and right now, like we've added that with Bruno and Cavani. I mean, how many times we're playing against Burnley, like last season, but we're playing against Burnley. It's 0-0. What time did Pogba score?
Was it the 81st, 82nd, was it? Or was it earlier?
Yeah, around
Okay,
that, yeah.
leave alone the Burnley game. We're playing against Wolves. It's 0-0. It's 90 plus 3. How many times have we seen in the past few years that it's 90 plus 3, it's 0-0, and United are still going for a goal? How many times have we seen that?
At the end of
We
the
rarely
Fulham
see
game,
that.
the header
But look at
against
that.
Bayern,
Exactly.
that could have easily gone into the back of the net. If you think about it.
We actually have that shift in mentality that we have these players that actually are winners. They are born winners. They've won things in the past, and they've come to a club and they've kind of instilled that mentality into this group of players that were there. I mean, look at the way Pogba is playing right now. It's like he's possessed. He's playing like as if he's possessed, and it's all because like you've got Cavani driving that team forward. Look at the way that guy presses. Like, look, we are Man United. We've got to win this ball. We've got to put it in the back of the net. He chases that ball. Look at Bruno. He wants to play game in, game out, and he wants to win trophies. That kind of grows into the group. And like Rooney said, like there's barely a team that has that in the Premier League this season. Like there's barely a team. Like we could say City have started growing in confidence recently, but what other team has that right now? That winning mentality, those players that actually want this trophy. That kind of gives me belief. Like, okay, this guy has a point. Then, bro, he just got appointed manager of Derby County, and he just comes out and says, "I'm confident, United." Yeah,
Derby
and
County.
then he just comes out openly and say he's confident that United can win this Premier League trophy. I mean, out of nowhere, that gives me confidence. Okay, maybe he has a point. Maybe with these players we can. And the good thing is that we've got these players. That mentality has changed, and The teams that were on top are actually not at the level they were and not at the level that people expected them to be. They're actually dropping off. That's a good thing for us. That gives me more belief that, okay, we can actually, look, we have what, 19 games now, 19 games in, right? We played
19,
20,
Yeah,
25.
18, 18, 18. Yeah, 18.
We have a good, we have a good fixture that is coming up. It's not like we are playing against these strong teams. They're actually winnable fixtures. Look at the fixtures that Liverpool has. They've got Spurs next. You don't beat Mourinho twice. That's one thing, you don't beat Mourinho twice. And you look at what happened after their last game, the comments that Jose made that the best team lost, and then the mocking that the likes
Classic
of Arnold
Jose.
made. Yeah. You saw what
Jose
Arnold did. Yeah.
Jose
The
Mourinho
likes of
reminded
Arnold.
everybody that he knew that it would be very difficult to match Chelsea's 86
Exactly.
home game unbeaten. It's very Jose Mourinho that.
They actually made fun of his comments that day when he said the best team lost. The Arnolds and everything, they took it to Instagram. They made fun of him. And you know what Jose is? When Jose decides you're not beating me, you're not beating him. He's gonna set up a bus and beat you in the 93rd minute, and that will be it. And he'll come out and say, "I told you the best team lost the other day." I'm telling you, they have a very tough run of fixtures coming up, Liverpool. And with the squad that they have and this confidence that is going down, it's a good chance for us to take advantage. And why not? We've got the
Absolutely.
players to do it. We've got the players to do it. So that gives you more belief. We get to 25 games and we're still on top. You tell me you're not believing.
Oh no, absolutely. I think we're in a title race, but we're nowhere near to
Exactly.
be the favorites. I still believe it's like
Okay,
10 to
look,
15% for me.
we're not
It'll
favorites, of course.
yeah.
We're not favorites,
But
of
I'm
course,
not
because
even near
nobody,
it being, 50%.
even us as United fans, we didn't expect we'll be where we are right now, because we
Yeah.
know that we are work in
You know,
progress and we
but
still
but
need time.
but like if I really think it on like basic terms, like suppose we don't win the league, but for me, finishing above
It's a good
Liverpool
season.
this season would absolutely be immense because number one, we would prevent them from winning another title, which would take them
Exactly.
above us, I guess, or just
No, it would
with
be
us.
equal. It would be equal.
Equal. We cannot. We were never equals, and we'll never be equals. So
Exactly.
we cannot let them be equals. So that would be point number one for me. And if finishing above Liverpool means winning the title, then so be it. Bring it on,
I'm,
baby.
look,
Right.
I'm telling
So
you, I'm
go
scared
on,
of
MJ.
City. I'm scared of City. Like the form that they've picked up, and their defense is tightening up. Like Ruben Diaz and Stones have conceded what, 1 goal in how many matches? It's kind of
7, 8
they,
matches, yeah.
yeah, they are a threat. They are a very big
John
threat to us.
Stones, he will
But
be
yeah, but
exposed very soon. Trust
I
me on
hope.
that.
but one thing,
He's gonna
no,
get
I hope.
exposed.
no,
I
look,
believe you
guys,
on this, man. Yes, yes, yes.
no,
I'm gonna give this
Only
no,
on
one.
this one. Only on this point, yeah?
I don't believe you on this. You know why, guys? I don't believe, because I actually have watched Stones play for Everton, right?
Yeah,
He was one hell of a defender when he was playing at Everton,
yeah, he
right?
was.
He
Yeah.
used to dive into these tackles, like he was so good. I was like, why aren't we getting this player? But then one thing with Pep, we all know Pep. He's played at Barcelona, he's managed Barcelona, he's managed Bayern. He doesn't like a tackling defender. That's Pep. He
Yeah,
doesn't like a tackling
exactly.
defender. He doesn't. And
Yeah.
when they bought Stones, Pep made Stones soft. He made him soft. That was clear for everyone to see.
Mm,
We never saw Stones diving to tackles. But that's one thing that Pep, there's this one thing he's done that makes me rank Pep over Klopp and other managers. Like, look, Jose has won trophies. No manager matches him there right now, right? But when it comes to like a good coach, I think Pep is better, because look at what Pep has done with Stones and Ruben Diaz. Pep doesn't like a tackling defender, but he kind of knew to win the Premier League right now, you need a tackling defender. You need those defenders that will go ugly, get into ugly tackles. He brought Ruben Diaz. He brought Stones back into the team and told him, go be what you are. Right. Look
I'm
at
gonna
what
have to
they're doing
disagree
now.
with you, MZ. So
Why?
it pains my heart. It pains my heart that I have to disagree with you on this one. Pep Guardiola is as big a fraud as Jurgen Klopp. There's so many people, there's so many ex-players out there that will tell you why. And this is why, because I will win the Champions League if I had once in a generation players like Messi and Xavi and Iniesta. He's gone to Bayern Munich. I could win the league in Germany with Bayern Munich. He did not win the Champions League with Bayern Munich. I could win the league with Man City if you're going to spend 200 million on wing backs. Can he win the Champions League with Man City? No, and he never will. Why?
I'll
Because he
tell you
doesn't
something.
have the once in a generation players that he did at Barcelona.
No, I'll tell
and
you why
that's why
it's
he wants
different.
Messi now.
No, I'll
That's
tell
why he
you why
wants
it's
Messi
different, though,
now.
Cass. I'll tell you why it's different, Cass. You've got Wigan in the Premier League, right? They were going to relegation, and they went and won the FA Cup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, it's different in a knockout competition, and it's different in the league. I don't know if you're getting it. Look, it's easier for him to like get 3 points week in, week out in the Premier League, but it's difficult when you're playing in the cup. Look, he normally makes it out of the group stage, doesn't he? Like, comfortably, he makes it out of the group stage
Yeah.
when it comes to points. But
Yeah,
it gets
because they
difficult.
always get Shakhtar, Porto, and like what Indian seventh grade
exactly,
team. Yeah.
exactly. But it gets it gets tough on him when he goes into the knockout stages, because look, you're playing, like, let's say you're playing Pep's Bayern Munich or Pep's Man City, and you're a team, you know, like, if we want to go toe to toe with Man City, they'll beat us. You know that. You go back there, it's a knockout game. Sit back, get a result, go to the second leg, sit back, try and get a goal, or go to penalties. You'll knock them out, right? That's the point. I mean, let's be honest, he's been unlucky several times. Like the season that Tottenham went to the final, he almost
I
thought
think
he'd
the
won it
truth
by the way
is,
he celebrated.
unfortunately, if he doesn't win the Champions League at Man City, his time at Man City will be deemed a failure. So that's my opinion. Focusing on Sunday's game, Man
Anyway,
United versus Liverpool.
I was
Are
still
you
on
allowed to?
Liverpool. No,
Yeah.
I was still on Liverpool. Like, the point just came up, but the point here is we are playing
It's
Liverpool.
been a long show.
It's been, but we've still not broken the last show's record, though.
Hopefully we don't.
Yeah, so this is the best time to play Liverpool, actually. It's the best time to play Liverpool. If you want a time to play Liverpool, it's this. We should have won that game at Anfield. We didn't. Let's go win this one.
All right. Before we wrap up today's video, then, very important question. Probably the most important question that I've asked all show. Antrich, for you, where is this game going to be won and lost? And please tell me your score prediction.
My score predictions. Okay, I've been hard ass this episode, so I'm going to stick to that. I think we'll lose this one. I'm sorry. I think we'll lose
So
this
sorry. What's that one?
Yeah, because whenever we are expected to win, we lose this one. I'll think we lose 2-0, and I think it is going to be one of those grumpy old performances where we don't know what went wrong, but everything would go wrong, and we would absolutely be dominated in the midfield, and Liverpool would come back to being Liverpool as to what they were in the past 1-2 years. That's just a gut feeling, as you said. Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah.
Interesting stuff. MZ, for you, where is this game going to be won and lost, and what's your score prediction?
It's gonna be won and lost in the midfield. Depends on what midfield Ole goes with. And then score prediction, man, Antrix, what's going on?
He's turned heel. Antrix has turned heel, live and exclusive,
Man, look,
on the Redflex.
I don't care.
He's shaking hands with Vince McMahon.
I don't care how bad we are. I'm telling you, if ever comes a day that Liverpool are playing against Stones, like literally Stones, I'll say Stones will win. So that's why I'm saying we are gonna win 2-1.
See,
Right.
just to add the last point to
Yeah.
just wrap it up, Ollie would be, pinning right here and right here because he did not go for the win last game. And that makes me think that he would be too eager to go for the win. And Klopp knows that. Klopp knows that he's vulnerable and they would attack this time. And hence, I think we could be exposed that way. That is
in
the
my
only,
opinion, what I add to that is, I think, like you said, everybody wants United to attack. But the way you beat Liverpool right now is you give them the ball, let them have the ball. They're not scoring. The game can be 1,000 minutes long. They're not going to score a goal. Break up the play, hurt them on the break, and that's how you're going to beat Liverpool. Because if we open up, that's not our strongest point.
Yeah,
we're going to give Liverpool a chance to get in form, to give Mane some space, some Salah, some space. And I think that is going to be counterproductive. So hopefully he sticks to what he did against Liverpool at Anfield, doesn't, fall for any pressure from the media. MZ, you don't seem like you're impressed with what I'm saying.
No, I just wanted to say something. No, I'm impressed with what you say. I think you've got a point. It's exactly the point I made after the Liverpool game we made and why Lindelof played over Bailey. And I think we even saw that against Fulham. You saw what Adama Lukman was doing, right? It was literally, we all know he's a winger, but he came into the middle and pushed Cavallero to the left. And then what he was doing is he was standing in between Eric Bailey and Maguire. He didn't choose one side. He played in between. So he kind of knew this is where they're gonna play. He knew we were gonna play a high line, right? So he used to play that long ball. We're playing offside. Aaron Bissaka is out of position. Boom, he's in. And that is exactly why we didn't play Bailey against Liverpool, and that is why exactly Lindelof is gonna play against Liverpool this weekend.
We've got a comment just before we finish up. Soon K, MZ, you have my permission. Do the line.
We will. We
Come
will
on.
at the end.
Okay.
Then I just gotta make a point before we end the video. Hopefully,
Yeah.
if we have the time. There's this guy that came to the comment section the other day. You guys were live. I think
Luna King,
it was you and
Alfred.
Kiran. Yeah, it was you and Kiran that were live. Yeah, it was you and Kiran that were live there.
I can't remember.
No, yeah, you and Kiran, the global fan cam, his first global fan cam.
Yeah,
Then
I remember the interview with Kieran, but I can't remember the comments.
Yeah, and then there was this debate that was going on in the comments about, you know, how strikers and then the youth strikers coming from the youth and to the first team. Then there was this guy, like, he came up with this comment that there's no youth striker that came from the youth and actually started for United. And he ended up calling us dumb, and I took that personal. He called us dumb, and I took that personal.
Personal grudge to resolve on the Redflex.
And I went and did some digging, and I don't know if he'll watch this. And if you are, I think his name was Asir Laim, I don't know, something like that.
I think you know the name, MZ. Don't tell me you think. I know that you know the name.
It's Asir Laim, and you know, I went and did some digging. Where did Welbeck come from?
He came from the academy.
Yep, came in. So I'm gonna give you one instance that actually Danny Welbeck started for us, and it's a big game. Manchester United versus Real Madrid, 2013, Santiago Bernabeu. Who scored for the game? Ended 1-1. Who scored for United?
It was Welbeck, I believe, from the corner. I think.
Who was the manager?
Sir Alex Ferguson, I think.
The guy had the guts to say, Danny Welbeck didn't start for Sir Alex. Then he calls us dumb. 8-2 win against Arsenal at Old Trafford. Who scored the first goal?
Yeah,
I'm going to guess and say Danny Welbeck.
Danny Welbeck. And it's not like we started scoring. Wait, it's not like we started scoring in the 80th. Wait, it's not like we started scoring in the 80th minute and scored eight goals. You'll say he came on as a sub. No, he actually started the game and pulled up with a hamstring. I'll go on. I have stats here. Danny Welbeck, 2012-2013. He played 27 games for Man United. 27 games, and he started 13 of them. 2011-2012, he played 30 games, and he started 23 games for United. And you're telling me no youth player has actually started for Sir Alex Ferguson, and you call us dumb? Man, he should go and do some digging before he comes on a show and call people dumb.
Just ignore those kind of comments who have no spine as usual. And just to end the show, I would really like to tell Kasim, if you get the Liverpool thing right, I'm absolutely gonna give you personalized, red-colored horns, the devil's advocate. I'd literally send them to you, man. That's my word. That's my word from India. And in India there is much value for their words. So that is my word. If it actually happens,
just to clarify, then, to clarify,
I'd go like this.
Just before
we'll have a video. No, just a second. We'll have a 10-second video. Will you go like this, wearing the horns, and I'll go like this. I'll be like this. That's it. Just to
clarify, Antrich, because I'm going to look forward now. I'm going to be ready to receive this because I know it's going to happen. Which part in particular are you saying is going to come true? Are you talking about the result on Sunday, or are you talking about the end of Liverpool?
No, I'm basically talking about the Jurgen Klopp decline.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be looking forward. I hope I lose. I really hope I lose. I really hope I lose.
Sooner rather than later. It'll be very soon that you'll have to send me.
I absolutely hope I lose. But let's see.
Just a quick question, Antrix. Let's say after a few games now, we are what? 11, 12 points clear of Liverpool. You still
We
won't
are winning
believe
the
what
league.
he's
We are
saying.
winning the league. We
No,
are winning the
no,
league.
no.
As soon as we go into 2-digit league leads, we are winning the league. Then
So
we are winning the league.
Then actually, Kasim will be right then.
No.
Yeah,
What he
because you
means to say
said
is,
finishing above Liverpool is what you're looking for. So I would be right then,
yeah.
wouldn't I?
No. Just wait a second. Just wait a second. I cannot let this go. No, what I mean is basically Liverpool falling like Jurgen Klopp falling like the way he did at Dortmund, basically getting the sack or just getting top, not even getting top four, or maybe finishing fourth or something. Like he could come third, and that wouldn't count as that. But if he finished, okay, let's make it clear. If he finishes any less than third,
finishing in the top four.
Yeah. See, that's how we'd consider, Klopp going down the rail. I still think that he would finish above us. Yeah, you see, if he comes fourth in something like that, I'm giving to you, man.
No, he's not finishing fourth. He's not going to finish fourth though.
Wait, he's going
then.
They're not finishing in the top four.
Oh.
They're not finishing in the top four.
Oh my god. Bro, someone is going to clip you.
Because you're saying you'll do it even if they finish fourth. I don't want you to do that because they're not finishing fourth. They're not finishing in the top four.
I tell you what, I've got a line that I'm going to say. If we beat Liverpool tomorrow, when we do the match reaction, if we beat, there's a line I'm going to say. Remind me, I'm going to write it down. It's about Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah.
Things have turned very, very interesting here on the Global Fan Cam. Andrich is going to give me the respect I deserve. He's going to tell me that I was right and not somebody who's looking for views or looking for subscribers, because that's not what I'm all about. I'm all about facts. I'm all about entertainment. So let's see if what I say turns out. But that pretty much wraps up our whole video. But I've not forgotten, MZ. I've not forgotten. I'm going to come to you very soon. But this is just a final reminder for everybody. If you haven't done so already, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Redflex. And Soomk has given you permission. So it's over to you, my friend.
So I'll say this. Arsenal fans, I thought you said the FA Cup belongs to Arsenal. That's why it's called the Emirates FA Cup. Where are you right now? Liverpool fans, we've gone 3 years without losing at Anfield. What's the name? Barnes. Hi.
Ashley Barnes.
Ashley Barnes. Liverpool fans, you lose. You're just on top temporarily. Everton came on top. Tottenham came on top. Now it's your turn. You'll calm down. We are 6 points above you. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Top of the league, baby.
And that is the perfect way to end this video. Liverpool are on the decline. It's the end of the era, and it's going to be a start of a beautiful, beautiful dream where Manchester United are going to be the best team in the land. Once again, #21, believe. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back for more Global Fan Cam. Stay safe, and we'll see you again.